What's up, everybody in YouTube land, especially all of the, dare I say, LC heads up in the mix, just looking for their fix. Well, Ada sure did good this time. I gotta say, I'm fairly pleased with what they've done so far with this collab, and a lot of that has to do with this badass hero. Here's Vergil. Here he is with his, I don't know, what is that, like a 4-foot tall sword. Just double-handing the shit out of it. He does have both hands on the sword here. So, from the video yesterday that I made, the first thing I noticed is like, whoa, this guy just gets to double-hand, dual-wield together. Now, there's conditions that have to be met for this guy to get all of his damage, and we're going to talk about that real quick. But he has some custom abilities that are very, very easy to manipulate, like one of them being until he gets a kill, he does 20% more damage. Just think about that. How easy is that to manipulate, right? Pretty much you just need to get him to the boss without him killing anything, and he's going to do 20% more damage to that boss until the boss is dead and he has his first kill. I think that's very awesome. For boss fights, that's just one big nasty boss. He's just going to have 20% more to his damage the whole time. In some other cases, you might have to finesse him a little bit and make sure that he doesn't get any kills until you get to that boss. That's if you really want that 20%. Let's go ahead and just bring this guy up, and we can see the little bit of progress I've made on mine. Has been a busy day. So we are at 60 SC. That is where this guy's at. That's how far we got him. We almost have that tree cleared. You know what? Oh, and the dog cries. I'm sorry we couldn't clear the tree, bud. I'm sorry. There, you get a biscuit. What did we get here? Indomitable Spirit. Yep, we're just that low. Now, Indomitable Spirit is a lot better than just coming back to life, because when you do use it, when you do survive lethal damage with it, you get a skill damage plus 30% buff. So I like Indomitable Spirit for getting through some nasty bosses' threshold, right? Because if you do die, you get to come back with this with half your health, and hopefully with the extra 30% damage that you're doing, you're going to be able to slash through the last of the boss's health bar and finish them off. So I actually do like Indomitable Spirit. It's cool that he has it for free. We just need to unlock that, and then just some more SC caps. Yeah, I do believe that's all we are missing here. And of course that sweet, sweet ward. Non-attribute damage cap plus 100. I guessed it too. I was like, this guy's going to be adding to some non-elemental damage cap. He sure is. He sure is. So mine's at, he's at almost 9,000 hit points. MP 358. I'm not even messing with his MP yet. Like, I haven't even went through and tried to put different abilities on him that use SC. Because remember, in order to proc double-handed, I don't know what it's called, doppelhand, whatever. It's his one charge up ability. It costs 200 MP, and I think it drains all of his MP to use, right? Specifically, what does that do? It doubles your hit count, right? The thing is, when this guy throws his special, it looks like he automatically gets that ability after he drops his special, and on top of that, he gets flinch proofness. It does say it switches the buff out to this other one. So, do you actually have to power him up with that? Or can you just make it to him throwing a special, right? Because if you can make it to him throwing a special, then you have a full MP bar that you didn't use. And now you can use that on keen eyes, sharp eyes. You can use that. There's multiple different things that use mana to do more damage It's like 50% more, I believe, with Sharp Eyes. There's also multiple things that use mana to mitigate the damage that you have coming in. Be it Hydro Shell or, wait, no, not Hydro Shell, Celestial Mass. Celestial Mass is one of them. You're going to use some MP to cut the damage that's coming in, right? So I don't know. I still have to figure all that out and see if any of those abilities are worthy on this character because, well, you know, you might just want to hold out until he drops his special, and that way you save up your MP, and you can use your MP to either help you survive or help you do more damage, right? It's also a little bit easier when you have a whole party there to support you. Right now, we're just going to be solo running this guy so we can look at his kit. All right, but let's go actually look at some of these awesome skills that he has. So Doppelganger, not Doppelhander, is what I was talking about. It is the one magic that he comes with. Use all MP and give the Doppelganger buff, which doubles skill hit count. Only usable once per quest, when only one weapon is equipped, and SDT buff is inactive. Right? So it's pretty much telling you that once your SDT buff is active, you can't really use this. And the SDT buff goes off after you drop your special. Now, this does have an awesome place because with this, you can start the fight and just instantly double your hit count with skills. Right? You can just do that right off rip. You don't have to wait for your special to drop for that awesome SDT buff. I know you're waiting for me to say STD buff. It ain't going to happen. That's a break, not a buff, baby. Anyway, so that is really cool about this guy. Just Doppelganger is giving you all the power of double handing, but it's giving you the hit count of dual wielding. It's not even putting them both together. If you gave somebody Doppelhander and dual wield at the same time, it wouldn't be as good. Why? Because dual wield gives you a damage penalty. You know, you're going to get that minus 40% damage to each of your hits. With this, you get to skip that. There is no 40% damage penalty. It's just you're double handing and you get double the hit count without any damage penalty. So it is far superior, which is, you know, why they're making you jump through the hoop of using Doppelganger. And you can only use it once. You can't activate this every single wave. You're definitely going to want to save it for the boss fight, right? He's also coming with Attack Up Max, Fighting Spirit. Which one is this? Strength and hit points 10%. Nice. Heroism 3. Strength, defense, hit points 10%. Nice. We like heroism. Critical up 3. It's cool that they gave him that one for free because that one's expensive as shit. That one's what, 7 or 8 SC. Advanced aim vitals. Gave him the more expensive one for free. Very nice. You just put aim vitals on him for 4 SC and you are covered there. Proud Force, Illusion, Auto Crit, Auto Haste. Always looking for Auto Haste because it's an expensive ability that you would have to pay for if you don't have it. Ardor, max hit points. He's just going to be critting that much more. Let's see. We have no attribute attack rise 2. No attribute attack rise 3. So we just need no attack rise 1 on him if you want to maximize in that department. And of course, no attribute crit rise. We love that. That is also on the arc, I believe. Yeah. So, Pose of Glory, Blessed Speed, Double Impact. That's funny. I didn't even notice he had any impact at all. Not like he really needs it. Hey, Double Impact just to strengthen that basic attack of his a little bit. Favorite Sword. This is nice. I think this costs like 15 SC. Physical attack damage, 30%. And damage cap, 10k. Really, it's that 10k damage cap. Instant Strike. When equipped with a single weapon, physical attack crits have a chance for damage 150% and damage cap 15,000 more. So that's cool. Instant Strike is badass, especially if you are a high crit character, right? Because this is going to affect physical crits. So your crits just have a chance of being that much nastier. It's really nice to see an extra 15,000 damage cap pop up on top of whatever you already have. So that's absolutely awesome. Also, something to point out, there's favorite sword and then there's instant strike. Instant strike is when equipped with a single weapon, not a sword, it's a single weapon. Because this guy can double hand a giant claymore sword, and this is where we start getting stupid. He can also double hand a claw. Yeah, I said it. He can double hand a claw. Adis, are you paying attention to this shit? Double hand a claw. Clearly, Adis does not have any sort of effing weapons master working for them, because my mind was just fucking blown. Double hand a claw. So you got like one hand holding onto the pinky spike and the other hand holding like the thumb blade, and you're like double handing with that claw. Shit. Or are you just using both of the claws together and like one mega punch? I don't know. I was trying to figure that out. Like, how in the hell are you going to double hand a claw weapon? I don't know. Like, can you double hand a shrieking? Like a throwing weapon? Oh, shit. He's double handing that bow. Anyway, so that is just something kind of to note there. You can equip this guy with one claw, and he's going to be double handing that claw. Specifically, we have two-handed claw. When equipped with a single claw, physical attack damage 20%, crit rate 10%, and physical attack damage cap 5,000. It's actually pretty nice. I think this is the first time we've seen two-handed claw. I think it's supposed to mirror Doppelhander, right? Because Doppelhander is giving you damage 20%, crit 10, and damage cap 5k. So what is that? 20, 10, and 5k. This is giving 20, 10, and 5k. So Doppelhander and two-handed claw are the same thing. One's for a sword. One weapon is equipped as a sword, yep. And one is for a claw. We also have Clothes Mega Boost. So you can put the lesser of the clothing boosts on him for a little bit less SC. But Clothing Mega Boost is a Mega Boost. Defense and minus 10%, physical damage taken minus 10%, physical attack damage plus 10%. It's cool to have for free, right? And then we have Armor Hit Point Plus. Armor equipped, hit points plus 10%. So clothes obviously would still be an armor, I would think. I don't know. We have Quick Trigger. We're familiar with that. We have Decoy, right? Giant Killing 2. They gave us the more expensive one, right? Focused Will. And now we get to the custom skills. And this is where I think he really shines. I mean, at the very top, that Doppelgang, whatever, that's a custom skill, but it is a spell. It's considered a spell, so that thing's custom. Nobody else has that. And then after Giant Killing 2 here, everything here becomes custom as well. Focused Will. Duration of Strength, Defense, Intelligence, Mind buffs taken to minus 50%. This is the same thing as... we have a version of this that's to help with ailments instead of stat buffs. It's going to help you recover from ailments faster, right? This one is specifically for stat buffs, not ailments, strength, defense, intelligence, minds. I'll take that. That's cool. I don't even know what that would be worth, but cutting all of those breaks down in half. Well, you're not actually cutting the breakdown in half. You're cutting the duration of that breakdown in half. So if somebody puts a 30-second break on you where it's breaking your strength, defense, and mind by 90% for 30 seconds, well, for this guy, that buff's going to wear off in 15 seconds. So that's nice. So who will die first? Until unit defeats an enemy, physical attack damage plus 20%. That's what I was talking about. This is very easily manipulated. Just make sure he doesn't get a kill until the boss. Have somebody else in your party soak up all the kills, right? And or if a boss drops a bunch of mobs around him, make sure this guy is targeted at the boss. He doesn't pick up any of those kills, and have the rest of your team soak up the little mobs that the boss throws down. Most of the time, it's just one big bad boss. So you're going to have that attack damage plus 20% up until this guy gets a kill. We don't want Vergil to get a kill until the very end of the fight. We want him to get the very last kill. Last kill, first kill for him, right? We have What an Unworthy Opponent. I thought this one was cool too. Damage to non-boss enemies plus 20%. Damage cap. Another 6,000. So nice to have cap in this. Damage from non-boss enemies minus 20%. So this is fucking huge. This is like dog eat dog on crack, right? Because you're taking 20% less damage from the enemies. You're doing 20% more to them. And you have 6,000 more to damage cap for anything that's not a boss. That's pretty awesome, and I could only imagine how many SC this would cost, right? It still gets better, folks. Yamato. Yamato is his sword, I'm assuming. Battle starts, give unit a strength 25% buff. Continues until incapacitated. Cool. SDT buff active when only one weapon equipped is a sword. Physical attack damage plus 30%. And damage cap, another 10,000. Yeah. So 25% strength buff and damage cap plus 10,000 and 30% more damage on top of that. And I mean, that's what happens when your SDT buff is active, right? So you're going to start with more strength, and then when you use your special and you activate that SDT buff, then as long as you only have one sword equipped, physical attack 30% and damage cap plus 10,000. That's absolutely awesome. I believe Beowulf does the same thing for a claw, so he can double hand a claw. When physically attacking enemies, defense minus 20% and deal damage. SDT buff actives when only weapon equipped is one claw, skill damage 50% and damage cap 20,000. Here's the thing though. And this is what's interesting. The claw is giving damage cap 20,000. Yatumo is only giving damage cap 10,000. But the very beginning of Beowulf is when physically attacking, enemy defense minus 20% and deal damage. It doesn't say that you have to be equipped with a claw to do that. So the very first part of Beowulf will actually stack with Yamato if you are still rocking a sword. Right? Because you get everything from the sword. You get the strength 25% buff. Let's forget about the SDT buff for now. And from Beowulf, you're also, when physically attacking, enemy defense minus 20% and deal damage. Then when your SDT buff activates, depending on what you're equipped with, whether it be a sword or a claw, right, you're going to get more damage cap. I think the sword is giving less damage cap because we have more damage cap coming from double-hander, doppelhander, and all of that shit. So they tried to make up for some of that we don't have, like damage cap for claws, by just doubling the damage cap on this ability when he is double-handing a single claw. So, but interestingly enough, the beginning of these physically attack, like the beginning of these abilities, they stack with each other, right? And then when you do your buff, depending on which sword or which weapon you have, weapon, sword, or claw, is going to determine the damage cap boost that you get. So I think they're going to be roughly the same. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I haven't tested them out. I am rocking him with his sword. But there could be some nasty combinations that you could probably make with this guy with a claw. Would not surprise me at all, right? So these are the custom things that he has on him. They're very nasty. Yeah, other than that, we just go down the list. Here's what mine's built with. I'm probably going to take that MP off of him. Right, I had the MP up on him because I didn't have his tree done, and I wanted enough MP for him to actually be able to transform with Doppelgangeroo, or whatever the hell that thing is called. Right, so there's 4SC that I got to spend somewhere else, baby. And you know what? What's Ayla Glory do? Yeah, we'll give him some blind resist, right? He's got some surprise attack, fill in the gaps, sword boost, all the little stuff that that he doesn't come with, right? He does come with advanced aim vitals, but you have to get aim vitals. They're like the 4SC abilities. Right, and other than that, as far as a solo run goes, I picked up some blind resist, surprise attack. He has a lot of things in his kit that will work with surprise attack. I absolutely love it. And you'll see other abilities like that in here. It's also very easy to manipulate some bosses with surprise attack. You just get them to turn their back on you and start dumping your combos. Finally, the special. This guy's special is special. He's not just doing damage on a screen. He turns into a monster, and for a second you actually see the monster on the screen doing damage to people. Because of that, surprise attack actually procs. Surprise attack actually procs because when his special drops, depending on where that monster is positioned that he turns into, you're still going to be able to get surprise attack. I've been seeing it proc on the special, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I think the reason it's working is because he actually turns into a little monster on the screen. It's not just a cinematic of him turning into a monster and then you see claw marks on the screen and everyone took damage. He actually turns into the little monster and you can see him standing there on the map, which gives him a presence there for surprise attack to proc off of. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. Sword boost, why not? Because we decided to go the sword way. Skill 3 boost I took just because, man, I love that S3 of his, and you just feel the impact from it. We have rapid recovery just in case shit hits the fan and we get stunned or something like that. This guy does not have that much ailment protection. As a result, I've had to make up for some of that with his equipment. We'll get into that. But pretty straightforward here, like Combo Master. I don't even know if I'll be able to use Combo Master. Matter of fact, we're probably better off with Dog Eat Dog. All right, because, yeah, Combo Master, when you're solo running, probably not the best. Reverse Cross I put on him. Rear physical attack, crit rate 5%, and crit damage 50%. That's just going to go really nice with Backstab, especially since I see that proccing. Why not throw Reverse Cross on him? And I just went with like Doppelganger boost, just a little bit more damage cap, 3,000, and a little bit more damage. Swordman's Mindset, thank you, Roland. Sword and clothes equipped. Sword strength 50%, clothes, defense, and mind 30%. And he is equipped with clothes, not heavy armor. So, or I would have went with, where is that one? Yeah, there's another mindset buff that we have that's not for clothes. It's for like actual heavy armor and a sword, right? So we got that. I went down and got Savage Strike. Now again, I taught him Celestial Mass and stuff like that, but we're not messing with his MP pool yet. Because to do that, you kind of need Goddess Kiss. You need something to be able to get some of your MP back. I just haven't even got there yet. If anybody's done any MP builds with this character, leave me a comment. Let me know how that's working for you. Because like I said, you don't have to drain all of your MP in order to double your hit count. You can just wait for a special to proc, and then boom, you got that anyway, and you saved your MP bar, and now you can do something else with that, right? If you have MP left, now you can stack 50% more damage through Sharp Eyes or Keen Eyes or whatever that's called. So you just have to wait till your special drops fair and square, or use an arc to drop your special. All right, and if I'm wrong about that, somebody please correct me, because that's the way I'm looking at it. Right, and then we're at the bottom of the list. This is all I managed to teach him. Right, obviously, we're not going to be able to take advantage of Netherworld Nature or anything like that because I'm solo running him, so there's no one to revive him. Yeah, pretty straightforward 60 SC character. Here's what he's equipped with. I did plus 40 these items. That's what this event's all about. I'm a fan of what they've done with gear here. They're letting us take unfortunately, all the gear is paid gear that they're letting us do this to. There's a couple of pieces of gear that drop from the event that they'll let you work on. So even if you decide to not buy anything from them at all, you'll still have a couple pieces of gear to work on just through the event. But anybody that has all the gear, the paid gear for the Devil May Cry 5 heroes, you can now get them up to plus 40 each, and that changes their stats. So Vergil's sword actually has 283 strength on it once you cap it at plus 40, which looks a lot better than 200 or whatever he was coming in with. Vergil's coat, right, we all know what these do. So as far as actual accessories for him, I went with the Black Diamond, right? When hit point hits 0, automatically revive and slightly recover hit points, strength, defense, intelligence, mind plus 5%. But really the reason I went with the Black Diamond, 72 strength isn't bad, 350 hit points and some MP isn't really bad for Vergil. That's cool. I've said he's kind of a glass cannon already, so some more health, and here's some more MP in case you want to do something with it. But here's what's interesting. This is giving poison resist, but even more, it's giving stun resist and headache resist. So I will take all those resistances because he doesn't come with any of them. So that's important to note, right? And then, of course, we have the ODM gear, right? And this is just awesome. Physical attack damage to boss plus 10% and boost movement speed. I like him having a high movement speed, right? Yeah, so this is what my Vergil has. Let's actually take a look at him over here. So we have stun nil, curse nil, blind nil, poison resist. I can still get a headache and I can still be silenced. All in all, not too bad, right? Our resistances, we are pretty much strong to everything by a little bit. Fire, we're neutral to. Light, we're weak against. Dark, we're strong against. Big surprise. Just throw up a dark wall on this guy or something that's going to get rid of holy damage. Leave some SC for that in case you want to, level out that negative light resistance, right? But all in all, resistance is pretty decent. I think it's the ailments that most people are going to actually have to worry about this character. But we're talking about a double-handing dual wielder. So of course there has to be a shortcoming somewhere, right? So this is what mine looks like. We're at 28, 25 strength. Nothing too crazy. So we went over him. This is what mine looks like. This is how I've built mine. And leave me a comment. Let me know what builds you're doing, especially if you're doing a build very opposite to mine. Let me know how it works. But let's actually start running and shredding some shit, right? So right off rip, because he is at like 50 or 60 SC, we do have to start at the White Lab, but I will be running Spirited Assault on God mode in the lab. What are we bringing with him as far as an arc? We're just bringing something to feed SCT and give stats, right? There's really no bonus damage or anything that he's getting from this arc. It's just giving him good stats, and it's giving him the ability to charge his kit there at the end, which I might have to do. We're going to save our Doppelganger transformation for the very last wave. Yeah. So, basic attack, nothing too crazy. Oh, that guy just fired a gun at us? Well, good thing our S2 is a long-range, shot. Who do we have here? Now, I would like to group them up to use it, but hey, what are you going to do? Here's our S2. Boom. It just hits him and everybody around him. Do you guys see his health drop? Did you guys see his health drop? Yeah, this dude was at full health. So the S2 does substantial damage. And I don't know what he does. I don't know if it's a gun that he pulls out. It seems like he just kind of points his finger at you and all hell breaks loose and there's some kind of little energy wave and you get hit. So that was the S2. That's his long range, just like snipe attack. Very cool. There's no projectile to dodge, right? With Mr. Full Metal Alchemist, he throws that freaking fireball at you. You can dodge it. I miss with it all the time. You're not really going to miss with Judgment Cut. I don't really see him doing a cut, but hey, whatever. Here's the S1. I dig this. We're kind of far away. I'm going to drop the S1 and pay attention here because this reminds me of Kohaku. Pretty much anything in his path is going to get hit, and I absolutely love it. And here's the S1. Boom. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but as he passes you, he does damage to you with his sword. And then after he finishes his movement, you take damage again. It's like the old, the two samurais pass by each other, and then after they pass by each other, you notice that one of them is cut in half and he falls to the ground type deal. It's kind of something like that. He's doing damage with the S1 as he's engaging with you, and then after he passes you, you take a bunch more hit counters. And this does work on groups, just like Kohaku. Kohaku is just awesome for that, and I feel like there's some Kohaku in this dude's S1. I absolutely love his S1. I think it's awesome for that, right? Damage not too bad. So here, they're all kind of bunched up. All S1, except I got hit with those damn rockets. There's the S2, it hit all of them. S1, we are hitting all of them with that S1. I think one of them actually just died. Oh, we're going to do our S3. There's that S3, and bam! I love that shit when he comes down and he smashes everybody around on the ground. So the S3 cuts distance. Okay? It's crazy because it says the S1 is a breakthrough move. We're going to try to kind of showcase that here. Because he smashes through your front rake and he ends up behind you and you guys all take a ton of damage. The S2 is just like a long range shot effect thing. So we did get some AoE damage there. So I'm going to try to target this guy and I'm going to S1. We'll see if the frog in front of him gets hit. Yeah, they're all getting hit from that. So Kohaku, eat your heart out. I'm just kidding, Kohaku. You're awesome. And we'll try to finish with that S3. So here's the range. S1, he needs to be on the same plane to do the S1. He can't diagonal it. Oh, I guess he can a little bit, right? So yeah, I guess you have to be within a certain range to do the S1. But he has a decent range with it, right? You're going to be able to outrange a lot of heroes with that. We're on wave 3. Now we are actually going to use Doppelganger. We're going to double our hit count, right? And as soon as we get our special, we'll get some flinch-proof resistance on top of that from the SDT buff and not STD break that comes from it. So there it is. We can see it on the hero. We can see it on the hero right there. Doppelganger, boost, skill, hit, count. Oh, we do have a strength break on us. 35, 56, not too bad. With the strength cut on us. So we're doubling our hit count now, which we might actually have to do because, like, there's mages here. And really, I want to kill that mage. Boom! There's some shooting action. Oh, he got the spell off. Damn. Well, we're just going to have to grin and bear the spell. But then we're going to want to make our way over to this asshole. There we go. And just start dropping abilities on him. And yeah, we're getting double the hit count. So let's kill him off before he can get a bunch of other spells. And here we go, the creme de creme. I love this transformation. I love this. It's not that they just show the Nero does the same thing, but look, he's actually on the screen. And look, giant killing, surprise attack goes off. So I absolutely love that. I don't remember the other heroes actually having a little avatar like that on. Maybe I'm wrong. I could have sworn some of the other ones were like, it shows their transformation, and then you just kind of see claw marks. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't. Nero was the last character that I actually played. Let's see. V just has a blast come across the screen. I could have sworn. Yeah. I don't know. I just like this. I think it's cool. But really what it's all about is unlocking that special for him, right? So there he is, 5060 SC, destroying the White Lab. There's no point in even going in here. That was child's play. So while we're at it, where's that damn forsaken place? Here we go. Yes, there's an ogre that must be slain. We always have to kill that damn ogre. Now, we are going to go straight to hard, because this guy's non-elemental. So remember, elemental resistances aren't going to matter. So if I go to Heart of the Temple on hard, this ogre and these birds having 80-90% resistance to everything isn't going to matter worth a shit. Right? So hopefully this will be my first time fighting the ogre with him. But I'm assuming with his little Kohaku hookup, he's going to be able to shred the shit out of some shit. And he's not going to take super forever to set up either, right? We Doppelhander and Council of 10, and we're already just going to start throwing S1s and S3s or whatever we can. Boom, there's that S3 throwing fools up into the air. S1, hold on. Hold on. Hold up. You mean to tell me that we just cleared this with an S3? Come on. I thought I was going to be able to run around and like mess with some shit here. I thought we're actually going to have to put a handicap up for ourselves here. That's crazy. I dare say a faster clear time than Maja, maybe? Because you do have to actually cast the spell, potentially. I mean, this guy's only at 60 SC. We're talking about 110 SC Maja going in here and clearing this with a spell that these things are weak to. But that was absolutely stupid. Hold on. Wow. I thought we were even going to be able to maybe drop his special here and have those two damn birds to deal with at the end. Holy cow. So, Doppelhander, S3. See, they interrupted us that time. They didn't let us get the S3 off. But look at the ogre's health, man. He's down to half health already. And these birds cannot keep up with the S1. The S1 is what's killing him. Them. Look at that. They just can't even target you when you're going through them and just wrecking them with that. So, wow. The guy's an absolute freaking monster of a unit. Unit of a monster. Yeah. So, Vergil, for the win, 50 SC. We are still working on him. And like I said, there's tons and tons of way of increasing his damage, how much damage he's doing, making sure he's capping, right? But his skill kit works out phenomenally. Phenomenal. It just works out fucking awesome. How about that? The S1 is killer. Just like Kohaku killer. I love it. S2, you can snipe the shit out of people with that S2. It seems to do great damage. I don't have anything to empower anything long ranged on him. And the S3 is just dope. Throws people up into there. That's the other thing too. I don't have any increase to aerial damage on this character at all. He doesn't have sky high. He doesn't have whatever, any of that. Right? This is a very, very basic Vergil, and he is already literally stomping the shit out of everything. That was one of the easiest ogre hunts I've ever done. That was probably the easiest ogre hunt I've ever done with 50 SC out of the box, without any magic. Jeez. Matter of fact, you know what? How about this? We won't use Doppelhander Rue, whatever it's called. Instead, we will just viciously attack these fools with whatever we can get to proc. Boom! We will need Council of 10, though. Look at that. He's still, the ogre's still at half health, even without me doubling my hit count. S1, S1, S1. They can't even keep up with me. And the skills are fast. They go off fairly quick. Like, it's the one character that I haven't seen completely stuck to a wall here. It's nice to be able to run away and throw that S2. Look, S2, no matter where you're at. S1, S1. Yo, we didn't even need the Doppelhander Rue, right? This still would have been a fairly quick and easy clear without that ability on, right? So, very cool, very awesome. I don't think Vergil is going to be disappointing anybody. And I did call him a glass cannon earlier today, although it doesn't really look like it because there's nothing left alive to do any damage to him. But, I mean, look at his hit point stats. Defense and mind, they're okay. Hit points a little bit on the lower side. I would expect that just because of how much damage this guy can do. And with the whole double-hander dual-wield combo together, it's not really going to affect him. If everything's dead, it's dead, right? So that's very cool. And remember, you're going to have a whole team, a whole party there to support this guy. He's just going to be your crazy damager, right up there with Balin as far as I'm concerned. Shit. Probably even surpassing Balin a little bit. Yeah, I said it. Okay, fine. Yeah, I said it. He's probably even going to be surpassing Balin a little bit, and rightfully so. Balin doesn't get to just double his hit count, right? He's a true double-handing master, but he doesn't get to double his hit count like this guy, right? So I'm going to say that this guy, Vergil, is probably going to definitely out-damage Balin 2.0, right? And rightfully so. He's a limited collab character, and we've been waiting for a little bit for Balin to actually have some competition up there. It's lonely at the top, folks. So at least Balin now has a friend to practice his swordsmanship with, and that friend being Vergil. So yeah, I think we're going to cut it off here. I'm going to keep building onto him, but no surprise, he's just absolutely tearing everything the hell up. Best of luck to everybody. A couple people in my guild. Shout out to my guild. They pulled him off the ticket, so that's awesome. I wish and pray for that luck for all of you, that you can all snag this fool off of just the tickets. So, best of luck to us all. We still have another collab character to drop. I can't wait to see what they do. I am actually hoping he's going to be Fire Element, because that is the element that I need to strengthen on my account. We'll see how that goes, but for now, I'm going to continue playing with Vergil here and just absolutely annihilating everything. If I've missed anything or if I'm wrong, please leave me a comment, correct me. I need to know. I want to know. I'll even give you some props. I'll always give you a shout out, and I'll make sure you get credit for correcting me. So thank you very much, everybody. Love our community, and I'll see you out there soon.